let's take this from the perspective of the driver exiting this school parking lot yesterday morning. You can get a view of how difficult it is to see around this corner. It really is a blind turn. It's just been a real mixed bag. As you can see here along 80, it's very slushy, and the question is this stuff going to freeze? Because that is going to cause some very treacherous conditions here along 80. We begin tonight with some breaking news out of Stockton. One man is dead after police say he charged officers outside of his home. It happened just before 8 o'clock tonight. Now that the sun's coming up, you can get a good look at the mosque here behind me. Really an unassuming building. Looks more like a house than any sort of religious center. Here's a good example of a successful fire line. Firefighters were able to build that barrier overnight, and now today they're hoping they'll be as successful on the other side of these hills. It is very much still an active crime scene here. Investigators trying to figure out exactly what led up to this. 3 people shot to death inside this home here behind me, and this is where you do so. They have all these computers set up. You have to pay by the stall number that you parked in, so remember that number when you come. We are expecting stories of teenage sex, drugs, and premeditated murder today. I'm Makovec live in Placerville, where there is a hearing today that could set up a salacious murder trial. The Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force calls this Operation Nutcracker. 18 men arrested and charged with viewing and sharing child porn online. Have you been looking at pictures of little boys and girls on your computer? The arrests we witnessed today were relatively peaceful. There was a 41-year-old man, Matthew Romer, whom officers say had 300 illegal images on his computer. Anything you'd like to say to your wife or kids?
Hey, Robert, how you doing, sir?
And an 82-year-old man.
Do you have any medications you need to take with you to the gym?
Police say Robert Winters was in the process of downloading child porn when they served a search warrant here 2 weeks ago. Most of the men being taken in today aren't surprised by their arrests. These investigations have been going on for weeks. Neighbors, though, were surprised.
I would never have guessed that in a million years. I've seen him with his 2 grandkids out.
This woman says she was impressed with Winters' prowess on the internet, requesting her on Facebook and posting videos to YouTube. This woman let her 12-year-old daughter bring him bread.
You know, I thought it was very harmless, but now I feel bad that I even let her go by herself next door.
It just goes to show you don't know people. You know, you think you know them, but you never do.
The arrest started before the sun came up this morning and took place in cities all over the valley.
These are folks that are preying on our children, so we're going to get them off the streets.
The task force, made up of state, local, and federal officials, laid out pictures of so-called child erotica, which isn't illegal, but they say often acts as a gateway to the real child porn these men are accused of possessing.
They know that what they're doing is wrong, and they can't stop themselves. It's not just looking at pictures, it's somebody's child who was victimized.
And now, facing state and possibly federal charges, these men are paying the price. Anything you'd like to say to your family, Robert? Ann Makovec, News 10. The perfect combination of snow and sun in the Sierra today. The perfect day for a season opener and for Laura and Robert Barton.
It's awesome. We're very excited to be here.
They're from Dallas, Texas, and this trip marks their first anniversary.
We actually booked it in August. We had no clue if there was going to be any snow.
And then last night, boom, bada bing, it was a blizzard, and here we are. It's just beautiful.
Oh my gosh, we were running around like crazy. We were jumping around in the snow, acting like fools.
And today, with almost a foot of new snow from the storm, Squaw Valley ski and snowboard trails opened for business. The resort planned the opening anyway, since today is its 60th anniversary, and like the Bartons, Squaw sees the snow as icing on the cake.
In the past 5 years, we've had pretty late openings, and so for us, Thanksgiving is really a bonus, and to be open before Thanksgiving is just a great way to kick off the season, and it says a lot about our early season snowfall, so we're stoked.
Up the road, shop owners in downtown Truckee are stoked as well. The early snow means the early arrival of customers. The owner of Riverside Studios says it's great news for the local economy and the local atmosphere.
We're encouraged by the snow because people come here for the snow and they enjoy the snow, whether you're skiing or you're just sitting at home and enjoying, you know, a hot toddy. They like to come downtown and go through the shops. Women love to shop. They drag their poor husbands along.
This new husband is ready for whatever.
She's an avid skier. I've never been on anything like this before.
And as long as they're together, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
We're very lucky, Robbie and I.
In the Sierra, Ann Makovec, News 10.
You can see the man on there. You can see him taking my tires.
In this video provided exclusively to News 10 by the victims in this case, a man methodically removes and steals 4 tires from this Jeep Grand Cherokee.
Oh my God.
Dateline, a downtown Sacramento apartment building's tenant garage. It's supposedly secure. You need a key to open it, and it's still daylight, around 7:45 p.m.
And I couldn't believe someone would do that down here, that time of night, that someone would come down here, no one would see it or hear it.
This is a snapshot of what Robert Long saw when he came to the garage the next morning.
But when I got down here, it was like, oh my God, they're all gone, you know, just sitting on the ground.
He reported the theft at his building's leasing office that morning, and lo and behold, one of his neighbors had already turned in this DVD of the crime in progress. They released it to News 10 on the condition that we wouldn't release the building's name or address. The video was taken from 2 tiny security cameras the neighbor installed near her car after hearing about several other break-ins at the complex, break-ins that had never been solved.
Oftentimes, cases like this where tires or wheels get stolen or auto burgs, you won't have leads. There's nothing to follow up on. So a lot of times they don't get assigned to anyone.
But this video with full facial shots of the suspect, his ponytail, and his bold crime in action offers some hope.
Definitely with a video, there is a lead.
You know who to look for now, and I just hope he gets caught and doesn't do it again to someone.
In downtown Sacramento, Ann Makovec, News 10.